PRC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
This is the Weather Xtreme video on ABC3340.com for Monday, the 11th of February, and I got a beautiful day today, but a couple of storm systems will impact us over the next 7 days, and we'll focus on those this morning. Let's begin with some Skycam shots around the state. There's a look at our view coming from the Tennessee Valley up in Huntsville. It's clear and cold. Readings are in the upper 20s and low 30s in most spots around the state. There's a look at downtown Jasper coming to Skycam in Walker County on top of the King Building. And from Jefferson County, a look at downtown Birmingham, looking north from the top of the Daniel Building. There's our water vapor satellite imagery this morning. On top of that, the 500 millibar chart. And we've got a pretty good chunk of cold air with that vortex up there over the Great Lakes. They are in Arctic air, but the flow is more zonal down here, and thank goodness that will keep the bulk of that really cold air north of us, and I mean cold. Looks like it's sitting around 25 below zero up in northern Minnesota this morning. That's pretty tough. Chicago looks like they're at 3 below. But around here, again, upper 20s and low 30s. We can handle that for sure. And we should warm up nicely today with dry air in place. Most spots will be in the low 60s. How much rain will fall this week? Well, this is the QPF map valid through Friday evening at 6 o'clock. And this is primarily our rain event tomorrow night. And this is suggesting the heavier rain over the northwestern part of the state, 1 inch there. And the amounts taper off as you go down to the south and amounts closer to 1/2 inch over southeast Alabama. For the Birmingham Metro there, the Interstate 20 corridor, that's suggesting 3/4 to 1 inch. And we'll welcome that. And there will be another rain event just beyond this period Friday night, or maybe Saturday, as you'll see. Now, this is the convective outlook for today. There is a slight risk of severe weather for Dallas-Fort Worth, Texarkana, and Shreveport. And we'll keep an eye on that. Tomorrow, as the system moves on to the east, the slight risk is really along the coast. The coastal parishes of Louisiana and the coastal counties of Alabama and Mississippi, and then over central and south Florida. And then on day 3, Wednesday, a slight risk is maintained for the southern part of Florida. But with this deal tomorrow night, we don't expect any severe weather here. Thunder, a definite possibility, but this is nothing like the system that brought the historic tornado outbreak last week, as you'll see here. This is the GFS, valid at noon today at 500 millibars, about 18,000 feet off the ground, and you can see the flow is somewhat zonal. There's energy diving down through the northern plain states. It'll be carving out a trough. At the surface today will be dry, beautiful day, sunny with a high up in the low 60s after a pretty chilly start this morning. And again, you can see the convection beginning to fire off to the west with that surface low that's over the Texas Panhandle. Tomorrow, there's your trough developing. The axis of the trough from Minnesota down to Texas. At the surface, there's your cold front with that. The surface low is near Cincinnati with the trailing front down through Little Rock and Dallas-Fort Worth. This is midday tomorrow at noon. We stay dry during the day, I think. We'll mention a chance of a shower late in the day, but most of the day tomorrow should be dry. And then tomorrow night at midnight, there comes the cold front coming through here with a band of showers and storms. And again, don't expect any severe weather here. There could be some thunder, and we're hoping we'll see rainfall amounts of 1/2 to 1 inch, and we should. And then Wednesday at midday, it's out of here, and look at the thickness values drop. Remember, it's awfully cold up north, so we think we'll have a pretty sharp cool down on Wednesday with a high dropping in the 40s there. But that will be temporary as we rebound nicely on Thursday. The thickness values go back up. We should be close to 60 or maybe low 60s on Thursday. So a one-day shot of colder air Wednesday, and Thursday looks good. Now Friday, here comes the next trough to the west. Very active pattern here. At the surface on Friday, big rain mass cranks out over Louisiana and Mississippi and Arkansas. Look at the snow potential there for maybe Dallas and Fort Smith, Arkansas, maybe Tulsa. We'll go to Friday night at midnight, and by golly, that's a pretty strong trough there, much stronger than the system we have here tomorrow night. And that bears watching for the potential for strong storms. At the surface, we've got the surface low at midnight Friday night up there over the northeastern corner of the state. around Fort Payne, and that would certainly suggest a good round of rain with that and thunderstorms. And the warm sector more than likely would be over the southern half of the state. And there could be some strong to severe storms with that over South Alabama, and if the surface low is farther north, maybe over North Alabama. And you know what I'm about to say. Let's get the system tomorrow night out of here, and then we can really focus on that. And yes, we note the potential for snow back in the cold air, back over parts of Arkansas, maybe western Tennessee Friday night. And then Saturday, starting off the weekend, surface low pulls away. We turn much colder. Maybe a few trailing snow flurries. Could it be? Sure, if this is right. But again, we're not going to be really confident in this specific solution until we get this thing out of here tomorrow night. But it'll be something fun to watch this week. And then Sunday will be a dry and cool day with bright sunshine. Quick peek at Monday of next week. The trough intensifies again, and by golly, here comes a shot of cold air coming down the pike. This is a week from today, and that would suggest highs only in the low 40s around here, if that's right. So, winter's not over yet here. This is an interesting time of the year. You can have some pretty cold air shots in here through early April. We'll go trolling 5 days later. This is the 23rd of Vortmax rotating through here. Good-looking rain event, if that's right, and again, some snow north of the state. And, of course, this is voodoo. And then the end of the cycle of ridge bills. And that looks nice and warm. So I think changeable is the key word for the forecast here for the next couple of weeks. And that means, as always, interesting times here in the weather office. That's it for the Weather Extreme video this morning. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 3:30 today. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.